Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
And who loves you? And who do you love?
Sam Tripoli. What's up, Sam?
Wow.
But I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. Wow, that's big.
I just want to play guitar.
Wow, this is freak out.
Our media is fucked. Our politicians are fucked. Our government's fucked.
I've got to tweet this out.
With the new kingdom. It's the Big Dumb Mouth Podcast. Now, here's your hosts, Midnight Mac, Joe, and Gretchen.
Be a part of the magic.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another fun-filled podcast adventure. Hooray! My name's Midnight Mike, and Gretchen is over there on screen. Yes.
I hate this place. Nothing works here.
Are things working there, Gretchen, or medication's not working?
Yeah, I'm looking up Korn to see if I know any of their songs, and no, I don't.
I guarantee that you probably know a few Korn songs. You're about my age. At the height of Korn's popularity, they were on MTV. They had Got the Life. They had that was like one of the bigger ones that was popular.
What's their biggest song?
Oh boy, their biggest song might be "Got the Life" or the one that was released right after that. I forget the name escapes me, but it's the album after "Life is Peachy." They had like 2 or 3 big songs after that on that third album. But
he Got the Life, Freak on a Leash.
"Freak on a Leash" was a huge song, dude. Big song.
Falling Away from Me, Here to Stay, Did My Time.
I would say
Twisted Transistor.
I would say "Got the Life" and "Freak on a Leash" are the two biggest songs
Let me try
from
Freak
that.
on a Leash. I'm going to see if I even know this song.
Something takes a part of me. Yeah, I don't know the lyrics, but that was back in my day, back when I was really listening to a lot of heavy music, going to see shows, and Korn was a big part of my my 90s. I remember when that first album came out, boom, there was nothing like it.
All I can say is Freak on a Leash sounds like that one song that I know from the Gorillaz.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Not familiar with this.
But you didn't listen to Marilyn Manson either. You weren't like me and Joe. Me and Joe listened to some kind of crazy stuff, you know. So we're pretty hardcore, and I was more hardcore than Joe.
Yeah, my musical knowledge pretty much stops about 1981.
Yes.
Well, it's not bad. There's a lot of good music pre-81, definitely. A lot of, I would say your expertise is probably yacht rock.
It's more classic, but there's some easy listening in there, certainly.
All right.
I enjoy yacht rock, but...
Well, who doesn't?
Apparently a lot of people, because that's the feedback I get every time I put together another yacht rock, wuss rock song about UFOs.
I like it. I listen to yacht rock pretty much. That's my go-to channel, because I, for some reason, still have Sirius XM in my car, and they have a yacht rock channel, and we pop it on. It's nice listening in the music. There's like, you just put it in the background, you chill out to the beautiful sounds of Kenny Loggins.
Yes.
Well,
Loggins and Messina is good stuff.
Well, there are some other beautiful sounds that we have for everyone out there today.
Yeah, that's one reason I'm here.
Alex Jones clips of the week.
If it wasn't for this, I'd go back to work and do more work.
I would probably go to sleep because I'm in desperate need of sleep. I put it out on Twitter that I just put the problems out. I put my problems out on Twitter, and the problem I'm talking about is lack of sleep. Still waking up like at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and then I'll go back to sleep, wake up again, tossing and turning. And I got a note from our good friend, Farmer Matt, over there in Hawaii. He's experiencing the same stuff. Other people on Twitter are saying, "Hey, I'm experiencing the same issue." And a lot of people are saying it happened right around the same time as for me and my wife. Is like right around July. Is for whatever reason. Don't know. We haven't pinpointed it yet. I am blaming 3I Atlas, the comet.
So, I thought you were going to blame the whales that are trying to communicate with us.
Not yet. I didn't know about them, but they're definitely in my crosshairs.
We talked about it on the last show.
Well, I forgot about it. Now that I remember it, they're
Well, now
definitely.
you're going to remember they've been talking to you, waking you up at night. That's
Yeah.
what they've been saying. Mike, wake up.
Well, we'll see if Alex Jones is to blame with this first clip from. Let's see. Let's go back to. I think we go back to the 16th. Maybe. I don't even know. No, we're going to go back to. Yeah, here we go. I got it.
As soon as we got Jesus, we built the space base. Charlie Kirk's ghost is coming to kill us. Prepare for war. I think it's time for a violent revolution. Kill Elon Musk. Kill Trump. Take the poison shot and die. That was bad, 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 bad.
I can add that bad, bad.
What was that first one? As soon as we got Jesus, we built the space base?
I don't know.
This is really, 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 really bad.
And now I got the bad to add that too. So as soon as we got Jesus,
we built the space base.
That's exactly what he said. All right.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought he said.
Did Jesus help with the space base?
Nah, he just showed up. He's like more of a foreman.
Yeah. It's like, I'm coming by on Tuesday. You better be ready.
Yeah, I'm just doing inspections. All right, we're going to go to Friday. Here we go.
AI robots. Earth is flat, too. And the Easter Bunny is real. And so are the Tooth Fairy. And Lucky Charms. Leprechauns are real. I admire Abraham Lincoln. I admire Richard Nixon. I admire Ronald Reagan. I admire Teddy Roosevelt. I like Andrew Jackson. I like Benjamin Franklin. I like George Washington. I like Thomas Jefferson. I want to marry a Muslim when I'm 12. I wear schoolgirl clothes. I'm Alex Jones, bitch. And it's like, no, it's not. I've teed you up there, Mike. They have large wieners. This is ultra bad. You're not a good Nazi.
That's a...
Can you put they have large wieners in your random drops you play during the intro?
Sure, absolutely.
Especially after we get our intro.
There's just so many in there, and
he admires a lot of people.
He does. It is an endless list. Not endless. It's like 8-second list, but still, it's pretty good.
What is the name of the Lucky Charms leprechaun? Because he said, so is Lucky Charms, but Lucky Charms is the cereal.
Yeah.
What's the name of the leprechaun on there? Does he have a name?
He has to have a name, right? He's a character.
Tom
Shimabukuro?
It could be.
Tom Shimabukuro.
Actually, it'd be interesting if he was called
Big Jim Tucker.
The small little leprechaun is called Big Jim Tucker.
Well, they call him Big for other reasons.
Yeah, he's
apparently, the leprechaun's name is Lucky.
Lucky? They couldn't think of something better?
This is bullshit.
We're going to go...
originally known as LC Leprechaun, also known as Sir Charms.
Sir Charms.
But currently known as Lucky.
Okay. Well,
These are all terrible.
He'll always be Big Jim Tucker in our book.
Big Jim Tucker. That's who he is.
We're going to go to Monday. Here we go, people.
This is a cluster FU-CK. God dang it, I just dropped my water. Son of a goblet. Good God. How does that thing go? I mean, look at that guy. I want the 6 trannies. No, that's horseshit. Going, you got your head shoved up your butt. That is sick. Victory pilled. Truth pilled. Maximum engagement pilled. You work for Captain Kangaroo. You'll have 3 blowouts.
I love when he dropped the water.
I like how he spelled out
cluster. Yeah.
F-U.
This is a cluster
CK.
FU-CK.
What?
Usually it's to leave out a letter. I got confused.
He didn't censor anything. He just hyphenated something that needed to be hyphenated.
That's a bunch of bull SH hyphen IT.
Let's see here. Let's see. What was this one?
God dog it, I just dropped my water. Son of a goblet.
Son of a goblet.
It's probably a Topo Chico.
It probably was a Topo Chico. It was. He had to get from the kitchen down by the control room with his shirt off.
With his shirt off, right around the corner there, is where he has his Topo Chico.
Hey, do this. Run the spilling the water.
Okay.
Followed immediately by big bottle of Lysol. Because he's got to clean it up.
Oh, you're right. Well, I guess you're right. You're right. He does eventually he's got to clean it up. So let's do that.
God dog it, I just dropped my water. Son of a God, gobble it. In my bathroom, there's a big bottle of Lysol. Will somebody run in there and get that for me?
Got to clean it up. Got to keep it tidy.
Gotta clean up that water.
Yeah.
Almost knocked over my Topo Chico.
Well, it sounded
Apparently
like
this is a problem.
he's constantly knocking over stuff.
He gets so excited. He's swinging his arms, gesticulating.
Well, he does get very passionate when he's talking about politics.
Banging on the desk while he's yelling he's gay.
Let's go to Tuesday. Here we go.
Hi, we're here from the FBI. You're going to talk to us? All right, you'll get a subpoena tomorrow. I had an orgasm during this. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Jesus. Ask your question again. It's all happening. I'm having a political orgasm like every 10 seconds. Piss on it. Tylenol is the equivalent of drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels. A big one. That is BS. This is for old people. What are you talking about?
There's some good ones in here. He's almost, I don't know, I want to say, is he back to form?
He seems to be reinvigorated. I think he after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, I think he's found like new ground to really settle on and launch off of. And he feels like he's under attack. He feels like he's under the gun.
We're being murdered.
Yeah. And we're going to go to, I think I did that. We're going to go to Wednesday. Here we go, people. This is the last one.
And I start pissing my pants. Here's Lindsey Graham literally having orgasms. I got to pee. I know you like mild weed. Trust me, you like Joe stuff, you'll love this. It's World War Z. My bladder is going to burst. Remind me of the group because I'm having a senile moment here. That's a Hitler quote. What the hell is this? Yeah, looks like a tranny.
Jeez.
Well, there are your Alex Jones clips of the week, people. I hope you are well informed and understand exactly what's going on in his world and the world in general.
Well, then there were some real bangers in there.
Oh, yeah. We got some real good stuff. Got some real good stuff that we can rely upon, and I'll put it in the Alex Jones rotation soundboard. So I have Alex Jones rotation 1, and I started rotation 2, and I'll probably have to move on to rotation 3. But here's a sample of what I have in rotation 2. This is like the newer soundboard.
This sucks, and it sucks bad. Yeah, next level. I don't think he's even gay like Andrew Jackson. Shame on you. Fix the toilet. Dad, I have been smoking marijuana. I'm just going to pee in here. And grab your ass with both hands because they're coming for you. I was a gay frog.
There we go. That's some of the ones in rotation right there.
We are in World War IV.
Yeah, we are.
I've noticed that Adam Curry on No Agenda is playing Alex Jones drops, some of which are suspiciously identical to drops that Jix has made for us. So,
is he double teaming? Well, he does pull the clips.
If they're coming direct from Jix, that's his call. But
his call.
If other people are clipping them and sending them in, disingenuous.
Hey,
At least credit us.
There are good clips, regardless. Sometimes multiple shows, will hear the same clip and and say, I can use that too. So I don't fault No Agenda. I have some clips that No Agenda plays too. It's just they play a lot less clips now than they used to. So I don't begrudge them. Yeah, they're a good show. I like them.
Donations are down. Meanwhile, here's us reading $6,000.
They did say that donations are down, but they seem to be surviving.
Morale is in free fall across all departments.
That is true here. For OBDM, yes, morale is down.
The vibes have never been worse.
That is also true. Vibes have never been worse. But
vibes have never been worse?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
The vibes are down. Vibes are worse.
Vibes have never been worse.
Yeah. It means we got...
Why do you have multiple people saying that?
Because we got bad morale problems and bad vibes.
Morale is down.
It is.
Where did you pull all these from?
The internet, Gretchen.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I wasn't on the call with the internet the other day.
Yeah, every time I hear something, I'll like mark it down in my notebook that I walk around with, and I was like, there's a timestamp, there's the URL. I'll go back and get that later, and I'll go pull it. I do something like that. You think that sounds far-fetched, but that's kind of how I work.
Well, whatever system works for you, you have a plethora of random, out-of-context sound drops.
I do. What do you say? You want to do a Charlie Kirk deep dive conspiracy theory binge?
I guess. I mean, I think we've said what we can say.
This is going to get wild. It's going to get wild.
Does this involve dudes in the tunnels and second shooter behind him, and his earpiece is actually the exit wound and all that fun stuff?
This is next level. This is
whales and ultra terrestrials working together.
Yeah, next level.
Why is Alex Jones making his own sound effects when he has an entire crew who does nothing but create transitions and effects and drops and bumpers? And
I don't know because I don't know. He doesn't have the coordinated. He doesn't have the team behind him to really do that. He has a team behind him to pull clips.
Maybe he does it all himself.
It's possible.
And he just keeps making noise, and then he goes back at night, and then he creates those sounds.
It's possible. But we're going next level. This is going to go a little deep here, but I think it's worth it because so far that we've heard the single shooter theory, which is the mainstream theory, and that this person was left adjacent. He's a furry lover in a relationship with a trans person.
No, he's super MAGA.
Or super MAGA. That's also a theory. And
he's so MAGA, he's gone all the way around and has come back the other side.
Can happen, yes. Very rare, but it can happen. Then we have theories that it was Israel. We have theories that it was his bodyguards, all that stuff. It does seem like whoever is coming up with these theories, they're flooding the zone. And they're coming up with anything, everything. It's almost like I said, the UFO disinformation, where there's a real event, and then you flood it with so much garbage, so much sewage, that citizens no longer know what to believe, as our former president, Barack Obama, has told us numerous times. And I think it kind of feels like that's what's going on. But I follow a guy named John Cullen. He was pretty. He basically was the guy who came up with the theory for the Vegas shooting, which is that it was there are helicopters out there.
Mohammed bin Salman.
Yeah, and he did an amazing job there. And then during the Trump assassination attempt in Butler, he really dissected that and figured out that there's probably multiple shooters. So we will wind up with John Cullen and his friend Crowdsource the Truth. But first, I want to bring this up because my friend Sam Tripoli posted this saying that there are no coincidences. And we'll start off here with like a little bit of predictive programming when it comes to Charlie Kirk in this large event. And hold on one second. Let me bring this up over here so I can play the sound. But this is called No Coincidences. Here we go.
Called Snake Eyes, which came out in 1990. U.S. politician Charles Kirkland is assassinated at a live event by a shot through the neck. Charles Kirkland, like Charles Kirk. And obviously, Charlie Kirk was also shot in the neck, allegedly, right? Well, in the movie Snake Eyes, the heavyweight boxer Lincoln Tyler is in the ring during the assassination. Tyler, like Tyler Robinson. And in Gematria, Lincoln Tyler is 165, like Tyler Robinson is 165. And his nickname is the Executioner, okay? Well, the big part here, guys, in the movie Snake Eyes, the assassination occurs on September 10th. Charlie Kirk was allegedly assassinated on September 10th. Can you believe this, guys? You guys got to share this with everyone you can. This is undeniable. And also, see how Nicolas Cage is doing the hands like Charlie Kirk. Also, Donald Trump does that hand sign. And also, we're in the year of the snake right now. It's called Snake Eyes. But wow, just you put that all together. Charles Kirkland shot in the neck. Lincoln Tyler equals Tyler Robinson. And you're telling me the assassination in the movie happened on September 10th, the same day the Charlie Kirk event happened? Oh my goodness.
So, okay, a little freaky there. The movie Snake Eyes had some interesting coincidences with the actual assassination of Charlie Kirk. Is this predictive programming? Is this like occult level stuff?
Well, we know it's not predictive programming because nobody saw that movie.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with it, and I'm a huge Nick Cage fan, and I didn't see it.
This movie came out when I was running a multiplex. I remember this movie very well. It's Brian De Palma, it's Gary Sinise. It was it's kind of the conspiracy thrillers and all that stuff. It was garbage.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Oh my goodness,
that's too bad. I mean, Gary Sinise, Nick Cage sounds like a winner to me, but
I'm sure it sounded like a winner to a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess.
What is this piece of crap?
I guess it did get made, but a little piece of predictive programming, and then the tried and true. The Illuminati card game always rears its head.
What?
The Illuminati card game, which came under fire in 2001 for the September 11th attacks, and the game maker actually, I think, got visited by the FBI, last name Jackson. But he's famous for making the card game, but he also made a role-playing game called GURPS. And
I know that one.
You know GURPS? Yeah, GURPS is pretty popular.
Generic Universal Role-Playing System.
Yeah, absolutely. But the Illuminati card game may have foretold us, again, what is happening in this world. We'll find out.
95 Illuminati card game has done it again. It has accurately predicted the Charlie Kirk assassination. You need to watch this to the end, trust me. Now, if you guys haven't seen this card game before, it was made in 1995, and conspiracy theorists suggest that some of these cards are the plan for the New World Order. Again, made in 1995. That look familiar? How about this one? How about this one? That one? Federal Reserve, Center for Disease Control, gun control. You get my point. Somehow, this card game in 1995 shockingly predicts a lot of the things that have happened in the future. Now, this is the card that really blew my mind, and stick with me here, guys. The card is titled Enough is Enough. At any time, at any place, our snipers can drop you. Have a nice day. Kind of looks like a picture of Trump. And you might be saying, well, what does this have to do with the Charlie Kirk situation? Well, this is the last short that is on Charlie Kirk's YouTube. Look at the thumbnail. Look at the card. Well, I didn't think too much about it until I saw the title of this short. Enough is Enough. Yeah, okay. Guys, the 1995...
some more freakiness, some more freaky stuff that, Trump put out a short, or Kirk put out a short called Enough's Enough, and then there's a card called Enough's Enough, called about snipers you can play during the card game. So
wasn't that the name of the third Korn album?
No. I think isn't it called Life is Peachy? No, it's
called Strawberry Shortcake's Island Adventure.
No, it's not called. I don't think Korn would do that. But okay, some freaky stuff right there. But you can definitely dismiss those two things. You can dismiss those two things. Now, when it comes,
Stan is debunking this entire thing.
Oh,
Stan, you can work for Snopes.
Stan debunked it. It's been
debunked. Everything you just played, he debunked it all in one shot. He said, false.
Oh.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Card game came out in 1994, Mike.
Wrong.
Not 1995. Get out of here.
Okay.
Wrong.
Well, we're going to move to...
That is a Snopes-style debunking. Pick one thing, debunk it, ignore all the rest of it.
Okay. I'm going to talk about John Cullen and crowd.
There's not more on that?
No, that's all I got on this. That's all I got on the Illuminati. This is what this guy put out. And I was like, okay, interesting. If there were
more connections there, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, if there's more cards, well, there has to be more events for those cards to be played. So I got to buy the original card set. I don't own one. I have the new updated version that's not controversial at all.
They took out all the 9/11 stuff?
Yeah, they took out all the interesting stuff. So I think you can go on eBay and buy it for $200. Maybe I'll do that.
Let's see. How much can we get one here for? Here's Illuminati New World Order. Is that the new one?
I might be.
Illuminati New World Order? It's only $40.
Well, if it's a new one, we don't want it because it doesn't have all the good cards.
Yeah, how do I know which is the right one?
You want the one from 1995.
Well, they all say that. There's 1994 and 1995, but I don't know which one's which.
Oh.
These are way cheaper than you said.
Oh, okay. Well, then...
See, here's one for $400, and here's one for $34. There's got to be a difference.
Buy them all.
Yes.
But back to the conspiracy here. So John Cullen, he has been dissecting the video evidence from the Charlie Kirk shooting, and he's been doing the calculations of listening to where the gunfire is happening based upon the video footage. And everyone pretty much saw that first initial video footage, the really graphic one that was fairly close to Charlie Kirk. And that's where he did his calculations originally from. But other videos have come out and some really high quality stuff. And he's been able to recalculate where he thinks the shooting may have happened. And this is just the tip of the iceberg for these two guys. They were on like the single shooter theory when they had their initial calculations, but now that more weird stuff has come out, they're changing their tune.
So when
one second, let me bring this up here.
Frank,
I did notice there's a
sorry.
There's a camera that I guess was behind Charlie Kirk in this one. I don't know if we've seen any footage from that.
No, I don't think anyone's publicly have seen it. I think that one obviously owned by his company. I would imagine that the FBI has that, but we don't know. We haven't gotten any update on that. But this is where people watching here on screen is where he is doing his calculations from. These are the areas of where he can track where the bullets may be coming from, and where the red line and yellow line intersect are like the most likely areas of where the gunfire is originating from. But I'll play him describing this.
that gives me 75 yards. Bartholomew is 78. The way this works, guys, is where the two circles intersect is where the shot was fired from. Nobody has seen this before. This is breaking right now. Where the two circles intersect, give or take, rough and tough, is where the shot is coming from. This is science. Right now, if you go back in my deck to slide number 3, what did we see where those two circles intersect? Let's go to slide number 3. What did we see where those two circles intersect on slide number 3?
Oh, yeah.
We saw this. No, number 3, slide number 3.
This thing.
There you go. Yes. That goes from where you see there. Jason, when we get to Patreon only, is going to walk you through the 4 frames. This object is where the two circles intersect.
Okay, and so people listening at home, the objects that they're looking at, it is a drone. They have tracked, I believe, a total of 4 drones. They've distinguished what is a bird, what's an insect. There are 4 drones there. One appears to be fairly advanced. They're zipping around, and they don't appear for very long, but they were there before the shooting and after the shooting. And so they're like, okay, these are some weird anomalies going on. They don't know who the drones really belong to.
China.
But it's possible. They don't really know. They're asking questions. And John Collins has gotten so good at asking these questions that he's had a member, a Inspector General from Tulsi Gabbard's team, reach out to him, not just about this, but also about the Butler assassination attempt on Trump. And so he's having conversations in the background, telling them, I found this, I found that. There are all these different anomalies going on. And he's having conversations with people, I guess, underneath Tulsi. And so they discovered these drones, but how did these drones get there? Was it just some innocent party that was just flying drones during this very large event in order to capture video, document? Was it part of the actual crew from Turning Point USA? Unknown. But they haven't claimed these drones as of yet. Now, this is where it starts to get pretty wild, is that they are claiming, I believe, that these drones, that there were actually 2 shots at the same time. And the drone may have fired one of these shots. I'll let it carry on just a little longer before we go to the next clip.
All right. this object. So listen, check this out. So where do you hear this? One of our patrons, so be nice, one of our patrons wrote in and said that drone that you just showed everybody on slide number 3. So somebody writes me, says, that drone that Jason found in Utah looks a hell of a lot like the drone that Jason found in Butler. I'm like, huh? What? Oh my God. All right. You guys starting to see the gravity of the situation here?
But the thing is, this is way after Charlie is shot that Bartholomew photographs it here. It's loitering around waiting.
They're going so fast, nobody even knows they're there.
And that's possible. Like no one, unless you really go through the videos, you're really not going to know too much of what's going on. And then we have to talk about, so the drone situation, there's a lot of people that are kind of questioning the authenticity of the shooter and his text. Even though the text messages, it does seem like it's fake. But then I've had people text me saying, that's how they talk. That's how some of these people talk. They're very verbose, very exact, very explicit. And so that the text between the shooter and his boyfriend, girlfriend, while it may seem fake, is pretty spot on for how they talk in text. So I don't know. But it's still called into question. It does seem fake, phony, and false. But we're going to talk about the interesting plane situation. So we got weird drones.
Do you have any more on the drones, or is that it?
That's it for now.
Okay, the drone thing is utter horseshit. Newton's third law of motion. You can't fire a weapon from a drone without changing its trajectory.
Yeah, it would have to. There'd be some kind of recoil, something.
That's absolute fucking garbage. And the fact that they keep bringing up this shit about, it's going too fast. Fuck off. I mean, I think we want to entertain as many alternate theories as we can on this many. But some of this shit is just straight nonsense. Focus. This is what gives, to your point about putting a whole bunch of shit out there to the point where people can't tell what's real or not anymore. Focus on things that are legitimate. Focus on things that we can dig into, not just like that drone flew past. Clearly, they shot from Butler. It's nonsense.
I'm just presenting it. This is this is a theory that hasn't been widely discussed.
As the bug flies past a shitty $30 Amazon security camera, it must be a UFO. It's like, no, it's a freaking bug on a low quality camera. So yeah.
So we're going to talk about a different section. This is about the plane that was seen in the area, and this is a little longer, but it's interesting. So we'll play this part.
All right. So I stumble across this. Somebody shares this with me and says, you got to check this out. I go, what the hell is this? And it turns out, as Jason said, this is an Army Hades aircraft. It's a Bombardier G6500.
Bombardier.
That has its ADS-B transponder on. So it's telling us where it is and how fast it's going and what its altitude is. And the morning of the shooting at Charlie Kirk, this Bombardier jet for the Army's Hades program, a spy jet basically, comes down to 600 feet above the lake, slows down to 120 knots, does a loop-de-loop. Not a loop-de-loop, but does a circle. Yeah, I know, right? And then goes back up to cruising altitude.
So just so people understand, this is the altitude chart where it's going down.
So I have a longer clip on this where there's another person that breaks this down. I'll break open that audio, and you can hear exactly what this plane did. And yeah, I'd love your opinion on this. You're a bit more of an airplane guy, Cretchen. I know you know a pilot. Maybe he would have an opinion on this. But this is what was said about.
How do they know it was a U.S. military and Army's Hades program jet?
I think they're going to go into it. So this clip I'm going to play. It will. I think
the Bombardier whatever that one is, the 6500, whatever. They've been making those things for like 25 years.
Yeah, well,
there's hundreds of them out there, and they're used primarily as private business jets.
Okay.
So it's like some of this stuff they're like reaching.
Well, here is the clip that they switched to. They play a different video of a guy who kind of explains this entire plane situation. Here we go.
So let's watch this together.
Discovered a few days ago relating to a particular jet and what it was doing on September the 10th. This particular jet, its registration number is November 1098 Lima. Okay, that is a Bombardier Global 6500 that goes by a call sign in the United States Army and publicly within air traffic communication as Axel 10. Okay, a quick backstory: this particular plane has been outrigged with the United States Army. There looks like a spy program called Athena and Hades. Here's another article that's talking about the Hades program, how it's going to modernize aerial military intelligence. And it's got these these private jets that look like private jets but are far from private jets. They're spy planes.
This spy plane requested permission from the control tower at Provo Airfield to descend to an incredibly low altitude and surveil the university 3 hours before the assassination.
So we're going to go to the archive data here, and we're going to go back to September the 10th, 2025, and this jet took off from Fort Bliss, El Paso, in Texas, for a destination in Montana under call sign Axel 10 at 7:47 a.m. local time. When the jet gets to the Provo, Utah area, the jet loses significant altitude and speed and communicates with the tower, which I've downloaded that communication, where the pilot identifies himself as Axel 10 and requests a flyby of the Provo airport to then continue on to its destination in Montana. The tower grants the request, and the jet slows down and lowers to an altitude of 5,425 feet. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. Right outside over the lake of Orem, Utah.
So
Why this
close.
is significant is at this very moment, Utah Valley University is right here. This ISR spy jet is right here. It's flying at 118 knots, which is essentially the stall speed, the minimums, at an altitude of actually 600 feet when you take into account Orem's altitude of 4,767 feet above sea level.
After spending 50 minutes on the ground at his destination in Montana, the jet returned to the scene of the crime, just in time for the assassination. And this time, it got even closer, moving at stall speed again and flying even lower.
The jet continues on, and then, once again, as it approaches the Salt Lake, Orem, Provo area, it calls to the tower, it lowers, it slows, and it requests for another flyby over the Provo airport. However, at this point, coming home, right here, the timestamp of the jet at this very moment is 12:48 Mountain Time. So Charlie Kirk was assassinated right here at Utah Valley University, a distance that is about 2 miles, where the spy jet is once again flying at this time about 335 feet in altitude and at about 130 knots. This is not where they dispatched something with an emergency order because Charlie was shot and they're trying to get assets in the area quickly. This was set. This was pre-done. And there's really no way to get around the fact that this jet was flying in the area 3 hours and 8 minutes before.
Okay, so
they used really slow bullets. The plane shot the bullet, but it's a slow bullet. It took 3 hours to get there. Ha! Got him.
So the working theory for I Am John Cullen and his partner Crowdsource the Truth. Check them out on Twitter. They are all up to date on this stuff. Their working theory is that this plane dropped off the drones and picked them back up again. And whether or not the drones had something directly to do with the death of Kirk, they seem to be involved in some way. And there was some sort of electronic interference going on there. They go into a long, detailed explanation of why they think that is, because they contacted somebody on the ground there. They had a really good setup for documenting and video and streaming, and there were some discrepancies in the stream versus the original video, but they have the original video. So that's their working theory, is that this jet is involved, and that this they're actually looking for this jet now to see if a similar make and model was also over Butler, PA during Trump's assassination. And I think the indications are they are finding something like this over Butler, PA. So they think that there's a working group with some high-tech stuff, kind of like the FBI had, like Peter Strzok and all those kind of like rogue FBI agents. There might be another rogue group doing these types of activities, unknown why, but they might be doing this, and they're operating with all the equipment that they've been trained to use. And so that's their working theory at this point, and that the furry kid is just a patsy.
So the drones were the shooter.
I think that's an idea they threw out, but without any sort of evidence. They're just throwing it out there. They're throwing that like it's a possibility because of where we calculated the shot, because of the crack thump. It looks like it's coming from this area where the shooter, with the Mauser, he wasn't there, and so there's discrepancies with the distance of the shot versus where the shooter was supposed to be versus where they have calculated the shot to come from. So that's a new one, people. That's a new theory, or it's just some angry furry who took out Charlie Kirk. It may be the simplest explanation is the most reasonable and true one. Or maybe there's some nefarious high-tech rogue group out there assassinating political leaders. Which one do you like, Cratchit?
Well, I mean, let's just play with Occam's razor here for a second. I'll play devil's advocate.
Sure.
Why would you launch drones from a fucking aircraft when you can launch it from anything else, like a car, or some dude's backpack, or my giant fat ass? You know, it's just like, come on, guys, what are we doing here? That plane is contracted to the U.S. government, yes, by Lossai Aviation. It does FAA reposition or waypoint repositioning flights. My guess is there is a waypoint over the lake, because that's a big geological physical thing you can see, and they have a waypoint there for planes as they're coming into different airports, and that's what they're using for. And it was probably flying low and slow to confirm that. So that's my guess. So, I mean, I know we're grasping at straws here because it gets views on YouTube, but you know, of all the stuff we could be looking up, it's just like,
this is
spend a few minutes thinking about stuff that's more interesting. Also, go find Epstein stuff.
Yeah, well, they're trying to.
So, not really.
Oh, well, we're stonewalled there, Cratchit. We had to divert, but so there. I that's what I was watching. I was like, okay, I'll bring this to the show. It's an alternate theory, but
I'm all for alternate theories and alternate histories and things, because we clearly are things are a lot of things are smoothed over. We're not told the truth, but I'm not going to go into some of these just absolute utter horseshit things. If I can disprove it in 30 seconds by thinking about it, then no, I'm not going to. Not going there.
We're not going there, people. We're going to move on. Okay, we're moving on. Well, we were talking about music earlier. There is another music group that is really upsetting some people, Cratchit.
Is it Korn?
No, it's Gwar.
Jeez, are they still around?
Gwar is still around. After their singer died, they got a new singer, and they're still making waves. Yes. Here's a headline here. Gwar and Riot Fest in hot water following onstage antics of beheading Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Yes, this is something that Gwar has been doing for decades at this point. But yes, Gwar's latest onstage antics at Riot Fest in Chicago, which included mock executions of Elon Musk and President Donald Trump, has sparked outrage in MAGA circles. The uproar has appeared to have started with posts from an X account called the Hot Take Karen, which has little visible histories, sharing clips of Trump being disemboweled and Musk being beheaded during the band's set. Those clips were soon picked up by conservative outlets like the New York Post and Libs of TikTok. Yeah. If there is any outrage, they need to chill out, because this is what Gwar does. They have been known to do. They do it with Ronald Reagan. They've done it with Obama. They've done it with Clinton. Both the Clintons.
Have they done it with Obama?
Oh, yeah. I think they've done it across the board with every major political U.S. figure, and it's fun. I've seen them live in concert. When I saw them in concert, I saw them. I think they had the big worm there, and I think they put people in the Reagan worm. It's fun. It's good fun. But here's a clip of Gwar doing it. So, oh my God, they just chopped off Elon's head, and oh my God, people are outraged. And here's the clip of Donald Trump. Here he is. Oh my God! And they stabbed him, and his entrails come out, and blood squirting everywhere. Oh my God! So just a little music news there for everyone. I think most people most conservative metalheads out here are not offended in the least and are actively defending Gwar.
I think it's
online.
a literal definition of performance art.
Yeah, absolutely. So, nothing to see here, people. Please move on.
I also wouldn't think that there's a huge amount of the conservative people who are getting upset are not people who are going to go buy tickets to Gwar. So
no,
it's not going to affect their sales.
Case closed. Time to move on.
And so I just wanted to bring that up, just to tell people, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's Gwar. Another headline here. Christians say God is delaying the rapture. Apparently, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? The rapture was still...
Did I miss it?
Well, I was told by my boss yesterday that the rapture was actually the 23rd of September.
Oh, so he said I'm out of office today because I'm getting raptured?
Well, he said, are you here? I was like, I'm in office. I'm not out of office. I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, so he knows you're a sinner.
I guess this was a thing. I wasn't clued into the rapture was supposed to happen. But according to this headline here...
By the way, you just described the number one way that remote employees are greeted.
Oh.
Are you here today?
Are you here today? Yeah. Well, Christians say God has delayed the rapture until Epstein files are released. So,
okay.
I guess God is...
Ain't no one's going nowhere till we find Epstein's files.
That's the reason, according to some Christians. Okay, so he a pastor, Joshua Makalala, I read that, made the chilling prediction about the end of the world last month, claiming that the rapture was coming September 23rd, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, okay? So don't worry about it.
It's all happening.
Christians,
no, not until later, though.
Christians are eagerly anticipating the rapture, but it didn't happen. The letdown follows pastors' ominous predictions last month when he declared that the Sent Twins declared to the Sent Twins TV show with the utmost seriousness that the rapture would occur on the 23rd. However, the morning after the expected rapture date found many still earthbound, leading to a whirlwind of blame and disbelief among those who hoped to ascend to the pearly gates, but instead faced another mundane commute to work. Yep.
Can we sue somebody about this? I want to sue somebody.
You can sue the pastor who made a prediction.
Is this really happening?
In the scramble for explanations, a popular theory surfaced suggesting that God is postponing the rapture until the Epstein files are successfully disclosed.
It's happening, people.
And that came from God directly?
I think this is just what the people are saying. I don't know.
Via email?
I don't think this was in the Bible or anything like that.
It's in the back.
Oh, well, if the Epstein part's in the back, I missed it.
And the Bible tells us so.
Well, the Bible does tell us so. And the Bible tells us that. Where's my in the Bible tells us that?
That's where you make the money.
No, it's not it. No.
The Bible tells us so.
See?
Yeah. A post on X relayed the supposed divine message, a brief word from God. There will be a delay in the impending rapture until the unredacted Epstein files are released for full view. We are very sorry.
And the Bible tells us that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, praise God, the rapture's around the corner.
Nope, it's been delayed.
No, it's
on hold.
It's on hold until we get those Epstein files.
Heaven is closed until we get those Epstein files.
You can, you just won't be let in. If you can make it to the gates, you got to wait.
There's just a line now.
There's a porta potty.
There's a queue
and a hot dog stand. So enjoy yourself.
Guy selling hot dogs, but it's exact change only.
Oh my God! No cards.
86 cents only. And all we have is Topo Chico.
Oh my God! No.
Room temperature flat Topo Chico.
I just dropped my water. Gobble it.
That's the only water you get.
Room temperature flat Topo Chico and cold hot dogs.
Yeah, doesn't sound like much of a greeting for the pearly gates.
No.
I guess if you want hot dogs, you got to go south of heaven. Well, another headline here. There was a gunman who opened fired at the secretive Air Force base home to Area 51. So that's being taken care of. And then there was a sniper attack.
Who opened fire?
Just a guy. Just a gunman.
Some dude?
Just some guy. We don't know who he was.
Yeah. Me, Hulk Hogan.
Did he do that? What's the anime run thing the kids were going to do?
Yeah.
To get in there, and then he got in there and fired his gun?
No, I don't think so. So, yeah, gunman opened fired outside Area 51. The unknown suspect fired rounds at the main gate and was behaving erratically. Was he behaving erratically before he shot the rounds or after? Unclear.
Yeah, did he shoot at the gate and then went full Yosemite Sam, dancing around, firing in the air and yelling yeehaw?
It's not clear from this article. The article is not being very explicit about what really happened.
Also, I'm assuming if you rolled up to one of the back gates of Area 51 and took a shot at those guys, they're going to shoot right back.
I would imagine so, too. Following the incident, Nellis Air Force Base took to Facebook, saying its main gate will be temporarily closed until further notice. We got to get on Facebook. ASAP.
They said, we're not opening this gate until you bring us the Epstein files.
Until you stop shooting at us. You're not getting anything. There's no threat to the public, and investigation is still ongoing, officials said. So everyone's safe. All the UFOs are safe at Area 51, people. So don't worry.
How do you know? Maybe he hit one.
You're right. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just making shit up.
Maybe he was shooting at drones that came out of an airplane that flew over.
There are a lot of drone incursions happening, especially in Europe. So, here's another headline here. Nearly 90% of your life runs on autopilot. I bet I can get that up to 95%.
Really?
That's what this
I'm
article
only in
says.
charge of 10% of my life?
Well, you can do most of your life, according to this article, like 90% of it on autopilot. Which I can see. I kind of build my life that way. probably not good.
Now, do they include the percentage sleeping time? Because if that's like a third of your life.
Well, now you're asking questions. Not going to break open the article, Cratchit.
Well, look, you can't tease like that with a headline and then just roll right past it.
All right. I'll break it open here. Here it is. Here is this amazing study. This amazing find. This comes from Study Finds how nearly 90% of your daily life runs on autopilot.
Oh, really?
Yes, researchers found that nearly 90% of daily actions are performed automatically. About 2/3 of behaviors are triggered by habits rather than conscious choice. I would say that's true. Habits often support intentions. Nearly half of actions were both habitual and intentional. Exercise is more often habitually triggered, but needs conscious guidance once started. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, most daily actions happen without conscious control. The result shows 88% of daily behaviors were habitually executed, meaning people perform them without minimal conscious oversight. Meanwhile, 65% of behaviors were habitually instigated, triggered automatically by environmental cues rather than deliberate decision-making. Quote, people rarely stop to deliberate over which behavior to enact or how to do a behavior at any given time, researchers write in the study. Let's see here. People like to think of themselves as rational decision makers who can think carefully about what to do before they do it. However, much of our repetitive behavior is undertaken with minimal forethought and instead generated automatically by habit.
Isn't that interesting?
I mean, that's most of social media. As soon as they see a headline, people freak out and they start raging. I think this explains modern day society and also modern day social media. To your point about the
seeing headlines, they also kind of wait. I think a lot of people, and I can't remember where I heard it. Somebody described. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts now.
Who described it to you?
They described this somebody who was just kind of waiting. They described him as a van idling its direction, unsure. So it's just a lot of people are like that. They just kind of idle, and then they wait for the next, NPC injection of whatever they're supposed to do, and then they're all experts in that for the next, 48 hours.
Yeah.
Then they wait for the next thing. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, I would say then, yes, this is probably correct that people don't go through deliberate activities. They go through the same rote behaviors, waiting for social media in particular, but to get that dopamine hit to tell them what they should be doing next.
And just to conclude this, so I have to go to the end here. So our research shows that while people may consciously want to do something, the actual intention and performance of that behavior is often done without thinking, driven by non-conscious habits. This suggests that good habits may be a powerful way to make our goals a reality. So for people who want to break their bad habits, simply telling them to try harder isn't enough. To create a lasting change, try harder, do better. To create a lasting change, we must incorporate strategies to help people recognize and disrupt their unwanted habits, and ideally form positive new ones in their place. Yeah, I've heard this. When you quit smoking, if you have the urge to smoke, do some push-ups or something like that. You got to replace that urge, that habit to smoke or do anything bad with something that's not as bad, that actually might benefit you in the long run.
Well, when I gave up smoking, I started, to replace that habit, I started firing erratically at the main gates of Nellis Air Force Base.
Oh, nice.
Shout out.
Nice. Well, you can use that, people. Yeah,
It is interesting on this study. This is actually one I'd like to read more, because I think there are a lot of people, and we all deal with them day in, day out, who don't think for themselves. They literally just sit there waiting for someone to tell them what to like, what to not like, what to be upset about, what to believe, what to read, or not read. No one reads anything, but what headlines to skim quickly. The one that bothers me, the one that baffles me is TV shows. Now, TV shows have moved from television to streaming. But you'll see this when there's a new streaming show out or something, and suddenly everyone is involved in watching it, and then you find out it's been on for 5 years and I've never heard of it. It's just like, is there some list I'm missing that people get delivered to their house every day These are the things that we're paying attention to today. So I think in that sense, yes, a lot of people do kind of coast through their life on autopilot.
I mean, I fully admit I go on autopilot, but during my autopilot, I like to think about other stuff. Like I'm like I have autopilot mode, so I can actually think about other things that I want to do, like whether I'm preparing for a show or thinking of new wacky ideas to try. I just don't do it so I don't have to think. I think about other stuff.
What kind of wacky ideas are you thinking about?
I don't want to tell. I don't want to say because it's going to reveal all the wackiness. But I'm building the OBDM interactive game. That's a wacky idea, and so I'm thinking about doing. It's a weird game, but now I'm kind of putting it together in my head while I'm on autopilot, taking care of the goats. Autopilot, taking care of chickens. All that stuff.
Autopilot doing work.
Autopilot doing work. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, my work does need some attention.
Autopilot.
Here's some more headlines here. So Jimmy Kimmel, who was censored by the fascist Trump regime.
That's right. Trump personally showed up to Jimmy Kimmel's studio, grabbed him, put tape over his mouth, and dragged him away to the gulag.
Oh, well,
that's exactly what happened.
Jimmy Kimmel came back in a big way.
I'm back, baby!
Apparently,
I bet his ratings went up by 3 or 4 people.
Well, here's the thing. Kimmel's monologue hits a record 13 million views on YouTube. And it's only getting better by the hour. So it's
so that doesn't make one bit of difference. How many people watched his actual show?
I don't have the Nielsen ratings, Gretchen, but we don't have the overnights.
Was it 2? Maybe
so
4?
Right now it's at a record 14 million people have watched his monologue.
Wow, that's big.
He is stunning and brave. I feel sorry for that 100 millionaire.
So he didn't apologize. He came. He danced around.
Stand strong.
He basically said, "I feel sorry if you got offended." But he didn't even say the word sorry.
I'm sorry that you were offended. Not that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you were offended.
Yeah, it's not like taking in your. And listen, you don't have to apologize. And I don't want somebody to apologize who's not sorry. I don't like that. Only apologize if you do have any sort of remorse or sorrow. And if Jimmy Kimmel didn't have that or feel it, then don't say that. Everything that he said.
That's fine.
Everything that he said was to kind of, I think, he was speaking to ABC, Disney heads, and he basically has to keep his crew, his ultra-liberal crew, happy. And so he's doing
What's the over-under on his show still being there a year from now?
I think it's pretty low because just because he came back to ABC, Sinclair and I think the other major syndication network, they didn't carry it. Like, okay, they can say, you can put him back on air, but we're preempting him. We're going to do news. We have the Family Feud to run. So,
with Richard Dawson.
Yeah, we don't care. You can have him on all you want.
Who loves you and who do you love?
Yeah, so I guess Kimmel's back in a big way, and he was too powerful even for Trump to take down.
That's right.
Super.
They should have done better.
Richard Dawson was on Family Feud, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. He was.
Richard Dawson was on Family Feud. Yes.
Remember, we covered that story where there was that horrific case of herpes that was spreading around the Family Feud set at that time because
kissing ladies.
He loved kissing every woman as long as they're somewhat good looking.
Loves the ladies.
And
well, if they're not good looking, Mike, they're not getting on the show. This is national TV.
You're right. We
don't see any uggos on there.
There are standards to uphold. But yeah, so he's back in a big way. Another headline here: Disney World empty as Americans fear tourism is finished in Florida. So
no tourism in Florida. That's the only reason that state exists.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. What else are they gonna do? No one else.
Well, Cuban sandwiches.
Oh, that's probably pretty good. The Disney World's empty, people.
Because all of northern Florida, you can just push that into Alabama, and everyone calls it good.
Yeah, and speaking of Disney, there was a brand new Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. So that's the new Star Wars movie that's coming out next year. and it has been released to very tepid response. People aren't very
right. So yeah, a couple of friends of mine sent me this, and I would say a general Star Wars fan, not of the new trash, but of the classics, and Rogue One. I watched this, and it looked like like somebody cut a trailer out of a TV series. It's a good reaction. I was like, oh, that looks like a TV series.
Yeah, that's what I saw. And I probably will go see it. I won't be excited, but I'll nod.
I look forward to watching it partially on an airplane and falling asleep.
Yeah, possibly. And so I'll cover the Bigfoot kangaroo story on Saturday.
Do they fight?
They might be one and the same. They might be from the same lineage.
Oh, I thought it was like Bigfoot fighting a kangaroo or Bigfoot riding a kangaroo. Now we're talking.
Well,
wait, in Australia, isn't it a yowie?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll cover that. I'll go into a little deeper into that, and we'll talk about that at length on Saturday. But until then, we'll break open this one. Lockheed Martin has debuted a brand new aircraft, Cratchit.
Can it release drones?
It might. It looks like it could be one big giant drone.
That is one big pile of shit.
Lockheed Martin unveils advanced stealth combat drone, the Vectis. Oh yes, it looks pretty awesome.
Did they reveal this and there's just nothing there? Because wouldn't you want that if it's a stealth drone for them to say, and here's our new stealth drone, and it's literally just an empty stage,
just a bunch of air.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Yes, the defense giant has revealed what it describes as a Group 5 survivable and lethal collaborative combat aircraft. Okay?
What?
You got that?
Pretty good, huh?
What was that acronym?
The G5S LCCA.
Oh, G5S LLCCA, yes. Those are the best.
Unveiled this week at the Air Force Association conference in National Harbor, Maryland. The Vectis is a state-of-the-art stealth drone designed to work seamlessly with existing systems. The Vectis is the culmination of our expertise in complex systems integration, advanced fighter development, and autonomy. We're simply not building a new platform. We're creating a new paradigm for air power based on highly capable, customizable, and affordable agile drone frameworks. Okay?
Oh, really?
The picture here, which I'm guessing is a rendering, that's his concept image. So they haven't actually built anything. So that's awesome. How much did this cost us so far? This looks, at this point, Lockheed Martin is just building G.I. Joe toys from the 80s. Because remember G.I. Joe had they had a drone that launched from the back of their other plane.
I think so.
And this is what this looks like. I'm going to find a picture of that.
Yeah, find a picture of that.
Okay.
According to the press release, the new drone will be capable of executing precision strikes, ISR targeting, electronic warfare, and offensive and defensive counter-air missions. It can also be used alongside crewed aircraft such as the F-35.
Do they mean crewed like there's a crew of people on board, or crude like it's not built very well?
It's crude.
It's made out of coconuts and staples.
In an unusual move, Lockheed Martin has indicated that it will have the new drone developed, but built and tested within just 2 years. Way quicker than would normally be expected. So,
what do you want to bet that's a lie and it goes $27 billion over budget and takes 10 years too long?
Probably.
By the way, here's a picture of that G.I. Joe.
I put it up on the screen. Yeah, it's is that the Cobra? Yes, the Cobra Night Raven. It's one of my favorite G.I. Joe ships. And and then the Night Raven, which is kind of like a takeoff on the SR-71 Blackbird.
Sort of, yeah.
And it's launching that drone. All right. Wow.
Because so it says here in this press release, this drone can be used alongside the F-35.
Yeah.
Do they mean it can be launched from the F-35? That's way too big for that.
It's not clear. Or can it be attached to it in some way?
Like with duct tape?
Like we don't even know how big is this drone?
Yeah. Maybe these were the drones at Charlie Kirk's thing.
I don't think so. Those things kind of small.
How do you know they were moving too fast?
You're right. They were pretty quick.
It does seem. It says it seamlessly integrates with 5th and next gen aircraft. I'm guessing they're just sharing data, but
We're doing it.
we are doing it, Al Gore.
I don't know. I just bring this. They're spending money. They're taking money. We're spending
They're
it.
spending your money.
Yeah,
I
spending
want
my
my
money.
money back.
Yeah. And okay.
Group 5 survivable and lethal collaborative combat aircraft. And then they use the acronym CCA, collaborative combat aircraft, a number of times as if that's going to be their new drive. They're going to use Starlink. They're going to use Starlink to send stuff back and forth.
Probably. I do have one more story for everyone before we get over to Cretch's Crevice here. And this is the grave diggers compete in the 8th International Grave Digging Competition.
That's some good news on that front.
The monster truck?
No, not the monster truck, not Bigfoot. These are actual people.
Grave digger. You don't remember?
Well,
Grave Digger?
absolutely. Is one of the most prominent and famous of all the monster trucks.
See,
But no,
here's an image of grave digger digging his own grave right now. See, look at him go.
well, that's not what we're talking about here.
Oh.
But it's pretty cool, though.
Now I'm disappointed in whatever story we're going to read because it could have been a bunch of monster trucks competing.
No, we're talking about an actual grave digging competition. Every year, grave diggers from around the world gather in Hungary to compete in the International Grave Digging Championship.
Okay.
Every year since 2016.
Al Gore's not on board.
He's like, this is good.
Wait. First law of holes.
Yeah, it is. Oh, my God, you're right. This is the first law of holes. You're digging a grave.
We need to obey the first law of holes.
Every year since 2016, with the exception of 2020. In 2020,
What happened in 2020?
Well, that's the perfect year to dig graves. Was for COVID. That's
They
when
could've
you
just been like, hey guys, keep digging. We'll keep shoving corpses in there.
COVID.
It's great.
Finally your skills are coming into use.
It's my time to shine.
Yeah, I could.
Let's go.
You think
Honey, polish my digging spade. Get my digging shoes.
That's
Where's my
what-
digging hat?
That's when you really want to start digging, but missed opportunity.
Going with 2 shovels today.
Well, ever since 2016, besides 2020 and 2021, Hungary's Association of Cemetery Operators and Maintenancers or maintainers have been inviting.
That's far worse than just grave digger.
Yeah, have been inviting grave diggers from all over the world to the European country to compete for the title of the World Grave Digging Championship. Working in teams of 2, grave diggers must put their abilities to the test by digging graves that are 2 meters long, 80 centimeters wide, and 1.6 meters deep within 2 hours, and then shoveling approximately 2.5 tons of dirt back into the holes to create a neat burial mound.
We need to obey the first law of holes.
It sounds easy enough, but speed, accuracy, and attention to detail are the main criteria for which the contestants are judged. You got to be pretty precise there and have amazing amount of endurance. You don't really want to blow your load within the first 15 minutes. You got to go for the long haul here, people. Really work
It's a
your shoulders.
marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, it starts with 2 people working in teams of 2.
Yep.
Does one of them stay in the hole while it gets covered back up?
Yeah, how do they put a mannequin in there or like a mock coffin? So, you put the dirt back in there. It's not going to all go back in there because there's a coffin in there. So occupying some volume. So,
and if you're clever, then you put that dirt in the next hole over.
Yeah.
So they have to dig out more dirt.
Like sabotage. Yeah.
Right. Like my hole's filling up.
The goal of the International Grave Digging Competition is to raise the prestige of the grave digging profession. Well, don't like earth movers and backhoes and earth diggers do this now? Like how many people really dig a grave by hand?
I
Maybe
want
4?
my grave created by an artisan, small batch hipster grave digger.
Yeah,
who uses a hand carved, flattened stick.
Well, the point of the championship is not only to raise prestige for the gravedigger profession, but to attract young people to the job and showcase their skills. Furthermore, organizers want to use the championship to recognize the hard work of gravediggers which requires not only physical fitness, but also mental strength, people. You got to be strong in the mind, okay?
Do you, though?
I don't know. It seems this is like one of those jobs you can just kind of
like
autopilot.
It's not like there's corpses involved. You're just, this is an autopilot job. I'm just listening to Joe Rogan while I'm digging holes.
Exactly. I'd pop on Howard Stern from 2007, and I'd dig some graves.
Because it's not like your job involves tossing corpses in there, too.
No, that's kind of like the part where you got to think.
That's a different union.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, there it is, people. I guess.
So, little known fact, I do know that when my dad was in high school, he worked at a cemetery, and he did both lawn mowing there and grave digging.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to ask him if it was an autopilot job or if it took, strong mental fortitude. Did he work in teams of two? Did he have to have close attention to detail?
Did you win a championship by chance?
Yeah. Did you ever go to that national championship in Hungary? Probably be all bitter about it. Damn it, no. Lost the city champion or the city competition. Didn't go. Second place.
Let me see here. Let's see. There's a couple guys, Lasco Kiss and Robert Nangi. They won with a time of 1 hour and 33 minutes and 20 seconds, defending their first place from last year. The winners were credited their success to routine they developed in their daily work life without any special training. So they're just constantly digging graves. They just love digging graves.
Yeah. What's your strategy? Well, put my shovel in the dirt.
Yeah.
And I lift the dirt out, put it over here.
And you keep doing
my
it.
My partner over here, he does that while I'm lifting dirt out. He's digging more out.
He's got a tape measure, and he tells me when I dug down deep enough, and then I stop. And we put the dirt back in the hole. We obey the first law of holes.
We need to obey the first law of holes.
I don't know if they sound like that over in Hungary, but that's what they sound like here.
Yeah, suddenly we're in a different country.
Yeah. All right, Gretchen, let's go over and see what you have for everyone, please.
Okay, I can hear you too. What's going on, man?
Oh, let's see here. I thought I had.
Yeah.
So many stories. Oh, here we go. I knew I had one that wasn't quite goofy, but semi-cryptid-ish.
Oh, okay.
From our favorite journal of cryptology, I guess. No, that's not right. Cryptozoology.
What the hell?
Popular Mechanics.
Oh, Popular Mechanics. Okay. They like to piss on people's parades.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been getting pretty goofy lately. I'll give them credit. They have been stretching out with what kind of articles they write and indulge in. So, scientists found 7,000-year-old mummies in the desert that don't share DNA with modern humans.
That is weird.
Well, what do they find?
Also, who dug their graves?
Exactly.
Oh, that's the grave digging competition. Go dig holes in sand.
Yeah, good luck. 2 7,000-year-old mummies from the Takaroki rock shelter in the Sahara have been found to be from a group with a previously unknown ancestry. DNA analysis of the mummies, which are the remains of a female herder from time when the Sahara was more humid and known as the Green Sahara, did not show the expected sub-Saharan genes. The individuals are closely related to other North African people who diverged from the sub-Saharan population long before. Okay.
Holy crap, look at this.
Exactly what the researchers said.
I don't know if it's that exciting. Let's see here. Is there any exciting part to this? It's interesting, I suppose. But what are the implications for me? This can only mean that there was not much genetic exchange in the Green Sahara during the African humid period. It used to be thought that farming practices spread through the region by migration. Salim's team has another explanation.
What is it?
Our findings suggest that pastoralism spreading through the cultural spreading through cultural diffusion into deeply divergent, isolated North African lineage that had probably been widespread in Northern Africa during the late Pleistocene epoch. They said in the same study. Pleistocene study.
Skip down to the part where it starts with the majority of Takarkori. The majority of Takarkori. It's like the third to last. Well, no, it's not quite that far down, but
let's see. The majority. Let's see. The majority of Takarkori individuals' ancestry stems from a previously unknown North African genetic lineage that diverged from the sub-Saharan African lineage around the same time as present-day humans outside of Africa and remained isolated throughout most of its existence, they said in a study recently published.
Let's go.
I don't know. I still don't know what it means for me. Like, what is so? Is there anything special about this DNA? Is this like it offers new?
Basically, what they're saying is this particular group diverged. They think about 15,000 years ago from what we consider modern humans. Well, they were all modern humans at that point, but and they're showing less Neanderthal DNA within their DNA than other groups nearby because these folks kind of were developed in isolation.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, hopefully we'll be able to use this in some way. I don't know how yet, but maybe we will be able to use it in some way. Can we clone these people? They're cloning a lot of stuff.
They're uniquely suited for grave digging.
Oh, okay. Well, good for them. We need some of those. There's a championship in Hungary you can go to. All right, Cratch, see what else you got over there.
I didn't call you.
You have some Jimmy Kimmel news. I have some Jimmy Kimmel news.
Is that a yes?
Here you go. So we have a little town in Canada says, you know what? We like Jimmy Kimmel. We are going to recognize him as the honorary mayor of our town.
It's Jimmy Kimmel Day.
I suppose could be.
Okay. Residents of Dildo, NL, expressed support for honorary mayor Jimmy Kimmel.
That's a funny
line. NL is Newfoundland and Labrador.
Oh,
so it's a Canadian province.
Okay, well, in 2019, Jimmy Kimmel became so enamored with Dildo and its requisite name that he repeatedly featured the community on his late-night television show and eventually became its honorary mayor. Now, Dildo residents are expressing support for Kimmel following the show's suspension by the American Broadcasting Company. Not the Australian Broadcasting Company, but...
That's right. They're probably still getting angry letters.
Yeah, absolutely. Andrew Preddy, a former committee member of Dildo's service district, says Kimmel is welcome to visit anytime.
Here in Dildo, we know dildos, and the biggest dildo of them all is Jimmy Kimmel. So he's welcome to visit.
Preddy said he believes Kimmel has the right to express his views.
Sure.
You can't have free speech just one way, he said. It goes both ways, no matter what side of the issue you're on.
Why are there only two sides?
Yeah, like there's like a lot of different sides.
Maybe four?
There could be four sides. I don't know.
Slightly more than four sides. Just a few more.
Dildo, which is a service district and doesn't have a mayor or town council, decided to name Jimmy Kimmel honorary mayor and grant him a key to the community in gratitude for all the attention that he gave us. You're not upset that he's basically been making fun of you the entire time? I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he really likes the name Dildo for this town.
That's clearly one of those jokes. One of his writers saw it in the news or something.
It's a very Letterman thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's see here. If he wants a break from the U.S., he can certainly come to Dildo, Pretty said. Reed said that he can even stay at Kimmel's cottage. I'm going to have to charge him double price, he joked, before adding, it would be a privilege to give him a stay in. This is reported by the Canadian Press.
There's a note here that says Todd Warren, who owns one of the beds and breakfast in Dildo, He says Dildo has previously faced pressure to change its name and was sometimes excluded from tourism publications because of it. I think they should sue.
Yeah, absolutely. They're
sue
being
Jimmy Kimmel
censored by
for making fun of it. They should sue Canada in general for censoring that. And they should sue everybody in Canada who, in theory, could have read a tourism brochure but didn't because, or could have read about them in the tourism brochure, but didn't because they weren't in it. So they should sue them individually.
And they should use that money to erect a large bronze dildo statue in the center of town square.
Sure. I think we're all on board with that.
Just lean into it.
Well, good luck. Doesn't bother me.
Well, Kimmel, there you go. He's getting into politics after all with being the mayor of a Canadian town.
Honorary, yeah.
Oh, my God!
All right. So we covered the dildo story because it was about a town with a funny name. How about a town with a funny park? Funny name of a funny name of a park.
That sounds silly.
Could you get out? You'll see based on the title. Could you get your David Paulides clip ready for this one and just start firing away?
Oh my! I have to find my David Paulides clips. Let's see here. Oh my God. Oh boy. Okay. Aspen makes improvements to Glory Hole Park.
Oh, I hit the glory hole right here.
And this is news, people. This is from the 22nd.
This happened on Monday. We're polishing up the glory hole. I mean,
I hit the glory hole right here.
So they haven't changed their name. So, okay. The city of Aspen is undertaking a 3-week project to enhance pedestrian safety and accessibility at Glory Hole Park.
Meeting different people doing weird stuff.
What are you doing?
What are we doing?
The project will run from September 22nd to October 3rd, Monday through Friday, closing 9 park spaces, which runs alongside on the South Original Street, which runs alongside the park. The city stated that the public notice the city stated in a public notice that its priorities for the park at this stage are to enhance the park entrance and to restore the pedestrian walking path throughout the park.
We want to make the entrance to the glory hole look even better.
What are we doing?
Our parks are beautiful, and
our glory hole is beautiful.
They should be accessible for everybody to be able to use.
They're squiggly wiggly.
They are squiggly wiggly. Those trails are squiggly wiggly. Everyone who wants to come and enjoy our glory hole should be able to come and enjoy our glory hole.
Barr said the city plans to resurface the existing trail that winds through the park, which has deteriorated into cracked and bumpy asphalt.
Our glory hole was cracked and bumpy.
Oh, boy. If all goes according to plan, Barr hopes the city will complete the project in 2 weeks rather than 3.
Ooh. Get this glory hole spick and span ahead of schedule.
What in the world are we seeing?
Along with the Glory Hole Park, the city is improving accessibility at Wagner Park while it replaces the playground. So that's good news for the people over there.
Is there a playground in Glory Hole Park?
I don't think so.
There's no playground in Glory Hole? Oh, I get it. Because just by nature of its name, the Glory Hole is a playground in and of itself. It doesn't need a separate one.
Nate Gillette, a program director at the Challenge Aspen, said the movement towards accessibility is a good one for everyone, including a wide variety of mobility levels. I think it's in the name, right? It's a public park, he said, and the public is a pretty varying group of folks.
So hold your taters.
Okay, so
they did a fantastic job in that article of giving us details about what they're doing to this park without ever once making any oblique references to its oddball name.
Yeah, they didn't. There was not even any suggestion that people want us to change the name to something a little bit more family friendly. We're tired of having to explain what a glory hole is to our kids. None of that.
Just go on Google and look it up.
Completely sidestepped that entire situation. And, David Politis is happy.
Oh, I hit the glory hole right here.
Because this is a park. We don't know how many people have disappeared there.
If you go to the Aspen, here, I'll give you the link. If you go to the Aspen Recreation Department website, they have lots of details about our glory hole.
I do want to go there.
Their glory hole has a maximum capacity.
Whoa. What is the maximum capacity?
300 people.
Oh, man.
That's a big glory hole.
That's huge. That doesn't even seem practical.
The last party we had here in the dungeon, we had 167 guys.
They got you beat. 300.
Yeah. And it's 1.5 acres.
And the glory hole is open from dawn to dusk.
Oh, that's good news.
After which it's used exclusively for cottaging, I'm guessing, but or dogging.
It's pretty big.
Look at the size of that thing.
It's the biggest glory hole I've ever seen.
Good God. Look at the size of that cock.
Good Lord, Mike.
It's a family show.
Do you think we could get the Guinness Book of World Records to award Glory Hole Park as the world's largest glory hole?
I would say that it's due time. They've been shut for too long. Oh boy. All right, Cratchit, let's get off this train. Let's see what else you got.
I'm going to teach you a lesson in manners.
Saying you want to extract yourself from the glory hole?
Yeah. We're going to get out of the glory hole. We've had enough fun. Can't stay there all day.
You want some follow-up news?
Sure, love it.
If you recall, a couple of weeks ago, we had a story about, I can't remember how the actual story went, but it involved Steven Seagal setting fire to a restaurant because they didn't have mayonnaise for him. But I believe it was a patron at a cafe that didn't have mayo for his sandwich.
Oh, yes.
And he started a fire.
Yeah, as one does.
Follow up to that.
I remember he was with his son.
Yes, and he was very upset about his choice of condiments. We have a large mayonnaise manufacturer stepping in to save the day.
Oh, wow, okay. Let's check this out right here. Hellman's offers to save Spanish cafe after alleged arson over Mayo.
That's some good news on that front.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't think anybody was really paying attention to that news. Like, I think we were the only show that I ever heard covered the story. Yes, the cafe owner in Spain is getting their business back on track thanks to Hellman's after a disgruntled Mayo-demanding customer allegedly started to fire. Allegedly. Yeah. Allegedly. So cafeteria Las Posta took to Instagram to share with their followers news of the restaurant was attacked by a man who wanted mayonnaise. This afternoon we suffered
Give me all your mayo.
This afternoon we suffered an attack in which a customer who was passing through our cafe asked for a couple of packets of mayonnaise for a sandwich. The establishment wrote in Spanish. The man quietly laughed
Look
after...
how they throw that in. They wrote in Spanish.
Yeah.
Jerks, I can't read that.
It's not even really relevant to this story.
They're in Spain, so it only makes sense.
The man quietly left after employees told him that they didn't have any mayo. According to the owner, the man popped into a petrol station about 20 meters away, filled a bottle with petrol, and returned to the cafe demanding condiments again. When told no mayonnaise, no ketchup, a second time he doused the counter and set it ablaze.
You know what? I think this is the first time we've heard the ketchup part added.
Yeah. That's a new piece to the story.
What other condiments don't they have at this sandwich shop?
It doesn't sound like they offer much there at this cafe.
Do they even have sandwiches? Is this some sort of mob front?
Quote, there were children in front of him, people spending the afternoon. He added, it was tremendous?
Tremendous.
Why are they calling it tremendous? This doesn't sound like a tremendous time.
It was tremendous, Mike.
This is great.
Okay.
This is fantastic.
The restaurant's Instagram post also included footage from the incident that showed customers and employees running for cover as the fire began. You want to run? No, you don't want to run for cover. You want to run outside the building. You don't want to go underneath the table. You know, it's not like duck and cover. You don't want to just like throw yourself on the floor and start rolling around. You're not on fire yet. You can just leave.
Now, if you do stop, drop, and roll, does that keep the fire from actually igniting you?
It might be act as a repellent. I can see what you're saying. Like it might ward off a fire.
So everyone's just on the ground, rolling around like crazy. Fire's powerless.
Maybe it acts as like some kind of like witch spell.
Can't catch me now, fire! Ha ha! Look at these moves.
Someone from behind the counter eventually emerged with the fire extinguisher and doused the flame. Well, that's good. I guess they got a video here of this guy coming in with a bottle, angry. I think he starts pouring it, and he walked in with an old man, and then he set it up. Oh my God! And then he caught it. He caught his own hand on fire. He didn't care. He's so angry with rage for not getting mayo. He probably didn't even feel his hand getting caught on fire. I'm so mad I don't have mayo. I don't even feel anything.
French fry mayo, also ketchup.
Well, they did manage to extinguish it, so that's nice. So, fortunately, none of our clients, including the young children or elderly, have suffered any major damage. Only, it's a weird thing to say.
By the way, to your point, I was watching the video here. That guy does walk up. He pours gasoline on the counter, sets it on fire, sets his arm on fire. He does not stop, drop, and roll.
No, he does. He just walks away.
That dude just walks calmly away as if he's been on fire before.
He's used to doing this tactic.
Why is his dad with him, or his son, or somebody? Who's the other dude?
So I'm not even seeing like a lot of like Hellman's mentioned here. Like, what's Hellman's really doing for him? I'm not even seeing like that, anything like that. Like, they're saying Hellman's is doing some stuff, but we don't know.
Scroll down to starts with the Mayo Madness.
The Mayo Madness?
Yeah. It's right before the Hellman's ad.
Oh. Let's see here. Oh, the Mayo Madness caught the attention of Hellman's Spain, which offered to pay for the damages.
In Spain is known as El Hellman's.
Cafeteria. To the cafeteria. We sorry we weren't there. Wrote a rep on social media.
All of this could have been avoided if only we'd had some Hellman's.
Exactly. Your cafe would not have been set on fire if only you had Hellman's on hand.
Look how thick that is.
Hellman's, we prevent arson.
From now on, count on us, the company noted. Let's take care of the repairs and make sure your sandwiches never run out of mayonnaise again.
All sandwiches come with mayo.
Just in case this guy shows back up again. You know?
Mayo!
What is that?
Well, it's a hell of a follow-up. I'm glad that this cafe's back on its feet. We still don't really have any word what happened to the guy.
Well, it says he was ordered into custody. He was ordered into custody without bail. My question is, I'm assuming the local prison is taking all the mayo out of the the commissary.
No.
That.
You can't, no. You got to give him all the mayo, else he's just going to set the whole place on fire. You got to give him mayo.
Set things on fire.
You got to give him the mayo.
So that's all you give him? Just mayo?
Yeah. That's all he cares about. Here we go.
Time's up.
Oh, let's see. I got a story about attack squirrels. Got a story about a guy getting stuck in a porta potty, gets tipped over.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait. Let's go with this one. How about a second condiment story?
Okay, yeah. Let's double up.
What other podcasts do 2 stories about condiments?
Not many. And there's probably a good reason for that. Not a lot of people do condiment news.
On Condiment Cast.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody's still listening to this podcast because we are so sporadic in the news we cover.
Well, we went from mummies to glory holes to mummies to dildos to glory holes to mayo and now more condiments.
Well, we started the entire show off with Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories, and we're winding things down with condiment news.
I've work from home news later. I've got all sorts. I got fake name spellings. I got a virtual pope. What do you want?
Okay, well, hey, a British Columbia sushi chef refuses to provide extra soy sauce even for $1,000.
Oh, really?
Wow.
What about 1,000?
They even put up a sign. We never serve extra soy sauce, rude people, intoxicated people. Well, then who's left? Sorry, go ahead.
Do they have mayo?
It's not on the sign, but in northern British Columbia, sushi restaurant storefront has been turning heads over the last week, and not just because of the Kitamatsushi J has a variety of sushi rolls on display for a reasonable price. It's because of a very direct disclaimer on the front door. We never serve extra soy sauce, rude people, intoxicated people, the sign proclaims. The line about the soy sauce is the one highlighted in red. Sushi J's refusal to provide extra soy sauce on request has prompted bemusement in the local community, with social media users joking about smuggling in their own condiment packs. Well, that's probably frowned upon and could start a fire.
Mainly mayo.
Yeah.
We don't know who's doing it. We just keep finding empty mayo packets in here.
But the issue is no laughing matter for Sushi J. Owner Philip Kim, whose lengthy social media post justifying his position has prompted debate over whether the consumer is always right about their food choices. Well, they do have a link to his lengthy social media. How lengthy is this? Oh, it's quite lengthy.
Would you consider a manifesto?
Damn close. This guy is probably in some cabin growing his beard out, mailing soy packets to people. You want me to read this?
Wow, he really gets upset.
I guess we have to be journalists here and really read this. I guess maybe the article does a. Yeah, they're going to give us a paraphrase here. So most of the chefs have this strong opinion, but they don't want to fight with their customers, so they don't mention it. Kim told CBC News about his soy sauce refusal. But I'm not, because I want to serve my food to them in the right way. Mm-hmm. So that's why I care about the amount of soy sauce. So he's a real, and they do have a picture of the soup Nazi up here, but he's a soy Nazi. That is for sure.
Well, what he's saying is, look, I prepare the food the way I know how to prepare this food. You don't need extra sauce because all you do is drown stuff in soy sauce. You see this a lot at sushi restaurants. So all you're tasting is the soy sauce. If you want soy sauce, just go drink soy sauce. Get the hell out.
What if they
no mayo?
What if they want to drown their stuff in soy sauce?
I have to do it.
Well, then you go somewhere else.
All right, that's fair enough. Fair enough. When you take your meal, just drink a half a cup of seawater. What happens? Your kidneys will be destroyed with the sodium, he said. I'm just thinking about their health. I don't want them to feel guilty and destroy their health. That's why I don't serve any extra soy sauce. He's basically saying soy sauce is poison.
No, he flavors the meal with soy sauce, but he doesn't want extra. By the way, in his little note here, he does say, if you need extra soy sauce, I kindly ask that you visit another sushi restaurant.
This is bullshit.
By the way, is this the same photo? Oh, they have it cut off. You can see it behind the soup Nazi. On the Facebook post, not only is the extra soy sauce part in red, they've also made a big red arrow and taped it on the window.
Oh, yeah.
Pointing at it.
They really emphasized it. They don't care. They really want you to know that you're not getting extra soy sauce. So take your business elsewhere. They're tired of this. They're tired of your crap. Cost not the issue, owner says. And boy, this is a very well thought out and written article by CBC. So hats off to him for digging deep into British Columbia sushi culture.
Small town, northern British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Kitimat, that's way up there.
He ends by saying, the idea of I'm the customer, so you're going to do whatever I want, it doesn't work like that here, pal. Okay? Taking a hard stance. He's really fighting for what he believes in.
Hey, he's got principles, I guess.
All right.
No soy sauce. So.
Here we go. Let's make it happen, people. Come on.
I've had it up to here.
All right, so I have two AI stories. One is about a virtual pope, and one's about a virtual Stan Lee.
Oh!
I don't know which one's more sacrilegious.
Well, I don't know if you want to cover them. The Pope basically says, no virtual Pope. Stanley, who's dead, says, you got it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Actually, he says Excelsior. But
Excelsior.
We have Hershey's getting sued about its Reese's Halloween candies.
Oh, boy.
What do we have a guy who come. All right, you want that?
Yeah, one? I gotta know. I love Reese's.
Okay. All right, so let's get this one. This comes from the hard-hitting journalists at CBS by way of AOL. I think that's all that AOL has become these days. Is just an aggregator of other people's stuff.
I wonder if I can work over there. Hershey
do it on autopilot.
Hershey wins suit claiming its Reese's Halloween candies aren't spooky.
That's a huge piece of news.
Oh, I'm glad someone sued him over this. Hershey received a treat Friday when a judge dismissed a lawsuit claiming the company's Reese's candies tricked customers by depicting spooky Halloween designs on their packaging, while the unwrapped chocolates were in fact featureless. You know what? I would be disappointed too. I'm looking at the packaging. I would expect something kind of spooky, like a carved pumpkin, like we're seeing on the package here. But that's not.
Yeah, where's my peanut butter jack-o'-lantern?
I would sue too.
This is bullshit.
You know what that I like how they out of context they have a nice zoomed in photo of the quote unquote jack-o'-lantern. You know what that looks like?
What are we talking about?
Scroll down to that picture of the actual.
Oh my God! Yeah, this just looks like a big hunk of crap. That's all it looks like.
One big pile of shit.
It's just it looks like one big pile of shit, and that's not appetizing at all. I would sue too.
That is one big pile of shit.
A U.S. District Judge ruled Friday that the consumers who filed the class action lawsuit failed to show that the lack of confectionery detail on the chocolate and peanut butter candies, such as missing mouths or eyes, or on the jack-o'-lantern or ghosts and other Halloween-themed figures, had caused them economic harm. What if they're just...
I am personally affronted by this.
Well, if I'm handing out candies and I have lackluster candies, then this is going to impact my community standing.
Look, I need money.
That was their argument.
Give me, pay up.
Do you have the AJ one where he's yelling, he needs some money, give me some money, I want some money?
Money.
No, that's not it.
No.
But somebody better give me some money. Listen, all I want some money, and nothing's going to happen. I'm not saying you got to give me money.
Damien pointed out that while the consumers may have been disappointed by the chocolate's unwrapped appearance, the candies were not so flawed as to render them worthless. In other words, the chocolate still tasted like chocolate, and even if they weren't as haunting as the purchasers had expected from the packaging. So it is very deceptive. Deceptive marketing, I would be pretty disappointed too. I am disappointed. I'm upset by this. I am. I wonder if I can still join this class action lawsuit.
Well, can we get in on other ones about other holidays?
Yeah.
I'm upset by this.
Yeah, well, I'll be looking very close at Reese's and their Christmas offerings. I'm sensing another lawsuit. The lawsuit focused on several Hershey candies that are marketed around Halloween, including Reese's peanut butter pumpkins and its Reese's white ghost, as well as a few other holiday-themed chocolates like Reese's peanut butter shapes, assortment, snowmen, and stocking bells. Oh, they already got the Christmas stuff in there too.
Damn it!
I'm upset by this.
The original lawsuit was filed in 2024. Yeah,
it takes a while to get through the courts.
Yeah, especially this one. So the plan is conciliatory allegations as to why they have allegedly been deprived of the benefit of their bargains. Of their bargain all boils down to their subjective personal expectations of how the product would or should have looked when unpackaged. Yes.
I was expecting a spooky, scary ghost.
I didn't get
I
frightened.
just got this lump of crap.
Yeah.
Sue everybody.
This is... And I appreciate it to a certain degree. Like you buy something, but maybe this is not the fight for them at this point.
Taking this one all the way to the Supreme Court.
You know what? Absolutely.
I'm going to appeal all the way up there. We're going to make them rule on it. We're going to make NPR report on it.
Sue everybody.
I bet Clarence Thomas would side with this. You know, he would be.
He'd be like, "Hey, that's a spooky ghost on the front. This is not a spooky ghost."
You know, Clarence Thomas is all about this case. He's like, "Oh, please."
Want to read his 40-page opinion on why these ghosts are not spooky. These candies are not as spooky as they should be. I award $100 billion.
One more. You got another quick one, Cratchit?
Oh, we can put another quick one here. Oh, here we go. How about a work from home?
Yeah, let's do it.
You're doing so great. Mike, you work from home?
Yep.
Here's a guy who works from home. You guys are the same.
Okay.
He's got an interesting take on working from home.
Go back to work.
In Maine, prisoners are thriving in remote jobs, and other states are taking note.
Oh, really?
Are taking notice. Well, this guy, he's in prison, and he's doing a good job. You know, it looks like it.
Check out his keyboard. You can tell he's a super nerd.
Yeah.
I hear this dude's rocking it.
He's all mic'd up. He's streaming, and he's doing. He's probably got a Twitch channel. People who are incarcerated are paid notoriously low wages for kitchen, laundry work, and maintenance. But the expanded use of laptops is creating other opportunities. Preston Thorpe is only 32, but he says he's already landed his dream job as a senior software engineer and bought a modest house with his six-figure salary. It was all accomplished by putting in long days from his cell at the Mountain View Correctional Center in Charleston. Quote, "It's not normal to have a 15 to 17 hours a day to really focus on something and learn something like deeply," Thorpe says. Unfortunately, tech is one of those few areas where they're not concerned with your college degree. So they're only concerned with your ability to write code. The self-described computer geek, Thorpe says he built his first computer at age 13. Oh, this guy was already kind of like, he's already had that mindset. So yeah, he built his first computer at 13, but he also had a rebellious side, which got him into trouble with drugs. Using them and selling them. He says his parents kicked him out of the house, and he ended up in prison for the first time at age 20. You know, I was worried and pretty hopeless that I'd messed up my life so bad that it was no longer possible to have a normal life or a normal career. When you have nothing to lose, Thorpe says, it's pretty easy to behave that way. And when you're out of prison with a criminal record, no money, and no identity as a convict, he says the likelihood of you going to improve your life is in any way is zero. And that's true. Yeah, a lot of these people who do time, they just have a tough time getting out and acclimating and getting things right. And his own circumstance changed in 2019 when he got transferred from the New Hampshire prison system to Maine, where he discovered laptops with limited internet access that were available for education. That's where he said he had the epiphany that he would change himself by pursuing his passion. And about 2 years ago, he became one of the first incarcerated people in the country to get hired for a remote job. Now I feel like life has a purpose. This is great for him because his overhead's low. He doesn't have to worry about food, shelter, and all that kind of stuff. He can just really focus on work.
I wonder if the warden gets a cut.
Maybe. Let's see here. Grobber Costa says he became aware of Thorpe through his contributions to online public software projects. Costa is the CEO of Terso, an international database company. He was impressed with Thorpe's work and had no idea he was incarcerated. Once he found out, he thought it would be impossible to talk to Thorpe, let alone hire him. But then Costa said it turns out that he can take video calls, and then by talking to him, it became very, very clear to me that if not for a reformed person, I don't know what he is. That's great. It's great they're taking a chance on this guy. Costa said that he was surprised to learn that Thorpe was eligible for remote work while he was in prison. He hired him in June. This is good. This is good. This is good news for people that want to make a life change. He said, I became incarcerated.
Good news for people who run private prison companies and want to incarcerate more people and have them do remote work.
Yeah, prison labor, you know. Who's
15 cents an hour, can't beat it.
And they're just going to come around and start imprisoning software developers, so it's probably cheaper than paying somebody in India at that point.
Well, it says he also works 17 hours a day, so...
17 hours a day? Well, he's got nothing else to do.
That's right.
Might as well. So how does this end up with him? Liberty is optimistic that remote work can be expanded to other people in prison as the network of employers who understand their value grows. I think it can become the norm. This isn't a reckless attempt at finding work for individuals. This is a well-thought-out plan with lessons learned in consequences. The last thing anybody wants is to lose their laptop. Yeah, I think you're right there. They're looking for low-wage workers. Really,
it does say he has a six-figure salary, but I'm wondering, like, are they actually paying him? I mean, how's it go?
Yeah, where's that go? Like, he said he can buy a house for his girlfriend. Like, I mean, once he gets out, like, he's going to be set up if he continues with this, and he, you know, I mean, good for him. He can really have a good life for himself. Hopefully, he stays away from those drugs.
Yeah. Well, if he's able to turn his life around and make some of it, more power to him. I do find it interesting that soon you'll be talking to one of your colleagues who's in prison somewhere. You're like, hey, you should come out to the office. He's like, I can't leave my room.
I can't make it.
How come your background's always like just a concrete block wall?
Is there some kind of Zoom background you put on to make it seem like you're in prison? That's kind of funny.
Hey, send me a copy of that. I want to put it on mine.
Hey, we're all in prison now, right? No, hey, everyone, thank you for hanging out for this Wednesday show. We'll most likely be back on Saturday.
Got a terrific penis.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
We'll cover Bigfoot and kangaroos.
Is it Bigfoot or is it Yowie?
Well, in Australia, it's Yowie.
Yeah, but I mean, is the story about Yowie?
It's about Yowie.
About Bigfoot. Okay.
Yeah.
You're just saying Bigfoot so people know.
Yeah. We have mostly an American audience here. So.
Stupid Americans don't even know the Australian cryptids.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
They don't know anything. But hey, thank you, everyone. If you want to support the show, go to obdmpod.com or ourbigdumbmouth.com. I got to fix that that newsletter sign up. I'm getting warnings that it's not working. And I don't ever send up newsletters, but maybe I should start. I don't know.
By the way, if you're fixing stuff, you also need to fix the default boilerplate. In the episode description, you still have the old 614 phone number.
Yeah, you're right. Shoot.
No.
We look like assholes right now, man.
That is
true.
So
I keep calling that one. It's some dude in British Columbia. He has a sushi restaurant.
Yeah, I wonder who has that number. I should call that.
Hey, give me the number back.
That's my number.
I'm ready for sex.
Just say
Don't say that to him. You might get in trouble. Hope everyone had a great episode with us. We really mean that. We hope we gave you information that you can use in your day-to-day life. And strike up a conversation with a neighbor or a friend or a family member about all the wonderful things you learned here, especially about the condiments, the condiment fire, and people working for prison.
We did 2 stories on the condiment fire.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
this is a follow-up.
Pretty hardcore.
This is hard-hitting, solid journalism.
No one gets that kind of follow-up anywhere.
Nope.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Cratchit in Shablagoo.
Keep watching the skis, because I've got a shipment of soy sauce coming in.
Dave, have you done anything to us?
Just join my team. I'll suck your dick. You can fuck me or get fucked by me. You can watch me fuck something. Just put them in the room and I'll fuck it for you. Come on, just tell me what you want me to fuck.
Jesus Christ, McGruber.
That's about all.
Shablagoo.
Fuck.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Well, now you know the rest of the story.
God dog it, I just dropped my water. Son of a God, goblet.